Hello everyone, you're watching our 12th lesson on building English vocabulary with mnemonics. In this lesson, we are going to learn 5 important and often used words in contemporary English as you can see on your screen. We will try to understand and memorize these words with the help of pictures, meanings, sentence examples and other mnemonics to ensure that you never forget the words. Let's begin. Let us start with the word polemic, which is used as a noun. For an effective mnemonic, we can break down the word as follows. Polemic starts with pol, which can stand for politician, and ends with mic. So for polemic, remember politician at a mic. Imagine a politician giving a speech using a mic, especially during polls or elections. What is a typical speech that comes to your mind? The politician aggressively attacks his opponents, their political party and their policies. Correct? That in short is polemic. From the sentence, we can infer that a polemic is a hostile attack on someone's ideas which can result in a dispute or can stir up a controversy. The Oxford Dictionary defines polemic as a strong verbal or written attack on someone or something. Here is one example sentence in this meaning showing that a piece of writing can be called a polemic too. The political candidate posted a polemic on his blog that mocked his opponent's lack of domain knowledge. In an extension of his meaning, since a polemic is a negative opinion on someone or something, which can result in a controversy or dispute. Therefore, the word polemic can also mean the practice of engaging in controversial debate or dispute. An example sentence reflecting this meaning is, the origin of COVID-19 coronavirus has become embroiled in polemics with two major countries, the USA and China, occasionally trading barbs on this issue. A related word which is again very important is polemical. It functions as an adjective and describes a strongly critical or disputatious writing or speech. For example, his work consists of polemical essays that deal with the patriarchal mindsets in our society. Moving on, we have the word capricious. It functions as an adjective or we can say a describing word. The first quick thing that comes to my mind when I see this word is capri pants, which is a popular item of clothing for girls. It's a shorter version of jeans. Capricious starts with capri. So let's build a mnemonic around that so that we can understand and learn this word. So let's say there is this girl Anaya who goes for capri shopping. So she chooses a few pair of capris and spends a lot of time thinking which ones to buy. And in the end, can't make up her mind and concludes that she'll do this shopping some other day. Then in a sudden change of mood, she decides to buy all the capris she had chosen. 8 of them. Now that was impulsive buying, wasn't it? This girl Anaya took a whimsical and impulsive decision without giving much forethought to her action. She was fickle-minded. Capricious is the word that perfectly describes such people who have a sudden changes of mood and are very impulsive and unpredictable. Such people decide what to do on the spur of the moment without planning in advance. So here is a sentence mnemonic for you that beautifully captures the meaning of the word capricious. Anaya made the capricious decision of buying 8 new pair of capri pants. But given that fashion trends are always capricious, meaning unpredictable, she might regret her decision later. According to Oxford Dictionary, capricious means given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior, like our impulsive shopper in the example above. So mostly this adjective is used to describe people, but occasionally it can describe things like climate or fashion trends which are unpredictable and change according to no discernible rules. For instance, The climate in this region is capricious because one moment it's sunny and the other you may experience thunderstorms. Next, we have a very interesting word, the word maverick, which is used both as a noun and as an adjective. The word maverick is an eponymous word. It is named upon an actual person called Samuel Augustus Maverick. His story goes like this. Early in the 1800s, a man named Samuel Augustus Maverick moved to Texas from the eastern United States. Back then, Texas was a place of wide open land, rich soil, cattle ranches and cowboys. Samuel Maverick had just completed law school. He settled down in Texas and became an important landowner and a politician. But he owned no cattle yet. He had no interest in raising cattle. Once, a client gave Samuel A. Maverick around 400 cattle to pay off his old debt. Samuel Maverick accepted the offer. However, he had no use for the cattle. So, unlike other ranchers who branded their cattle, he left his cattle unbranded and allowed them to roam freely across his ranch land. Now, brand was, in short, a mark of ownership. It was a tradition among ranchers in those times to brand their cattle. For this, they burned the name of their ranch into the animal's skin with a hot iron. The iron made a clear mark called a brand. Brands allowed ranchers to easily differentiate their cattle and to see who owned which cattle. Samuel Maverick refused to brand his cattle. His reasoning was that if all other cattle owners branded theirs, then those without a brand certainly belonged to him. Therefore, his name became synonymous with such unbranded livestock. Soon, the term maverick was in vogue to refer to individuals who are independent-minded and unconventional. This story acts as a wonderful mnemonic for me to recall the meaning of the word maverick. A maverick is one who charts his own territory and takes his own independent decisions. He is an unorthodox or independent-minded person, a non-conformist. An example sentence illustrating its usage is, "My maverick friend has made his fortune by using an investment strategy that is different from that of his competitors." This sentence describes my friend as unconventional and an independent thinker. Then we have this word insipid, which is an adjective. The mnemonic for insipid is pretty straightforward. Insipid can be taken apart into the following phrase, in and sip and it. The prefix in means not. So the phrase is not sip it. Imagine you're sipping a juice and after the first sip, you realize that you can't sip it anymore. That is because the juice lacks taste or flavor. It's dull. Please note that insipid is literally the opposite of the word sapid, which means flavorful. The word is used quite often to describe food or drink, etc. that lacks flavor and is tasteless. Very much like food given to patients. Hospital food lacks spices, so is dull and tasteless, isn't it? But the word is also commonly used to describe other non-food things, like an insipid lecture of maybe a college professor, which makes you sleep in the middle of his class, or an insipid program on TV, which is difficult to watch because it's dull and doesn't interest you. Have a look at an example sentence in this meaning. I will prefer doing some other activity than watch an insipid movie that bores me to death. And our last word for today's lesson is sanguine, which is used as an adjective. We have done this word earlier in our vocabulary lesson number 31 of word roots. So you can additionally watch that for many more related words. Here, my focus is to give you an easy and workable mnemonic so that you can learn this word effortlessly. Sanguine sounds like penguin, which we all know is a cheerful creature. It also sounds like sang plus win. So let's combine these two associations into a cool mnemonic. The penguin sang, "I will win, I will win, I will win." That means the penguin is hopeful about his chances of winning. It is optimistic and is cheerful. Sanguine means optimistic and cheerful. The dictionary definition of the word is optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. For instance, despite the poor living conditions, many people seem sanguine about their life and prospects. Sanguine can also describe someone's complexion that is florid and ruddy, like the color of the blood. That completes our basic word discussions. Now we have reached the second half of this lesson, which targets the usage of these 5 words through sentences and other notes. We will first test your definitions of the words learned so far by filling the right word in the blanks of the example sentences. You can pause the video for a while to attempt them on your own. And after that, we will learn the synonyms and antonyms of each word. Our first sentence is, hospital food is usually considered dash because of spices and salts are left out. The correct word to go into this blank is insipid, which means tasteless or dull. Some synonyms of the word insipid are bland, flat, flavorless, vapid, jejune, uninteresting and savorless, while antonyms are words such as flavorful, flavorsome, sapid, savory and tasteful. To the masculine literary establishment, George Sand, with her insistence on wearing trousers and smoking cigars, was clearly a dash who fought her proper womanly role. The correct word to go into this blank is maverick, which means a non-conformist. Synonyms are words such as individualistic, rebel, non-conformist, free spirit, unorthodox, unconventional and trendsetter, while antonyms are words such as conformist. Rakhi was a dash girl. She changed boyfriends almost as often as she changed clothes. The word that goes into this blank is capricious, which means whimsical or unpredictable. Synonyms of capricious are unpredictable, fickle, impulsive, whimsical and arbitrary, while antonyms are words such as stable, consistent. Despite the exit poll predictions, the ruling party remained dash about their outcome at the polls. The correct word that goes into this blank is sanguine, which means optimistic and cheerful. Some synonyms for sanguine are optimistic, cheerful, hopeful, rubicund, ruddy and healthy. The last 3 refer to the complexion. Antonyms are words such as pessimistic, gloomy. The author's latest book is a fierce dash against the inequalities in our society. And the word that goes into this blank is polemic. Synonyms of polemic are critical, controversial, belligerent, contrary, combative, contentious, disputatious and factious. That brings us to the end of this video. Hope you liked it. Do share it with your friends and colleagues to help us grow and keep us inspired. Subscribe our channel and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.